Hello again, I'm Lauren Maiden for Doghouse Connect.
And I'm Caleb Urbani.
We all love our pets, and St. Joseph faculty members are no exception. Editor Amy Lamb leads off this episode by taking us to the homes of 4 teachers and Principal Diane Wolf to observe some animal antics.
Well, we got Jazzy. I've had Jazzy since I was about 12 years old. So it's been about 14 years since I've had her. And we got Taquito. We had a friend or a cousin of my husband's give him to us when he was a little puppy. He made his home here quite early on. We named him Taquito because when we first got him, he was really tiny. He could fit in the palm of our hand. So we named him Taquito because that means a little taco. And we gave him the full name Taquito Ranchero Reyes. So
I think it helped that he had Jazzy. He followed Jazzy around like his mom, and Jazzy does not like taquito. Like, no, not at all.
He's like the annoying little brother.
Yeah.
She tolerates him. They eat a lot of tortillas.
A lot of tortillas. So.
She's kind of like our family pet. Like, she's really good with Bill and Brent, and she doesn't really like Craig that much, but Craig's not here all the time either. When Brent will like cup his hands and hold him out, and she'll lay down on her back like she's a little baby, and with her little, feet in the air. Her favorite things to do is to like jump on my shoulder or jump on my chest and give me kisses. So.
That's adorable.
Yeah, so it's pretty adorable because she will literally give you kisses, and she will let you know when she's done. But she'll make a special little sound if she wants more kisses. So we have to let her out and let her fly around, and she likes to fly on the fan, and she likes to jump on people's head. But the hardest thing about her is putting her back in the cage, and I don't even try. If Brent or if Bill's not here, and it's just the two of us, she stays in her cage because I cannot get her back in.
We've had her almost a year. We got her when she was 5 months old. She is, they call them a Russian blue, but she's really not a true Russian blue cat because she's got white on her chin, or on her neck, and on her belly, don't you? She's been the best cat we've ever had. I've always had cats though. Always had cats my whole life, and like 17 years, before they died. But yeah, Zoe's about the special one. She's the special one. And she's not afraid of people. She comes around people all the time, loves everybody, including my husband, which is a real treat for him, since none of my cats have ever liked him before. She sleeps on your feet at night, so it keeps your feet warm. And then if I oversleep in the mornings or hit the snooze, don't want to get up, she comes and licks my cheek or the tip of my nose to get me up. When I'm gone during the day, I guess she's mad that I'm gone during the day, and she'll take one of my house shoes and hides it. So when I come home at night, I gotta go find another house shoe.
She actually is a rescue. My daughter Rebecca rescued her one summer when she was in college and could not keep her in the sorority house. So she came home to us, and once she came home to us, she just never left. So That's how we got her. I just like when she sits in my lap, and then I can just pet her. And she's kind of a two-people cat, so she just likes being with me and Mr. Moinks, and she does eat grass. Actually, grass is good for cats in their stomach, and it helps them get rid of their hairballs. So that's actually cat grass that we grow for her to eat.
Nice.
Cats are really easy, and the hardest part is having to scoop her litter box. Like, cats are easy.
This is Romeo, and he's 8 years old. Romeo has a great story. 3 years ago, he got lost. And so, anyway, it took us like 4 or 5 days to find him. He got lost at the groomers. He got off the table and went about 5 miles. We looked for him, and we finally found him. We searched everywhere for him. My whole family, friends, neighbors, everywhere. The whole time he was going the wrong way. Anyway, he's a family dog. He loves to eat chicken. Chicken's his favorite food. Chicken sticks is what he likes the best. He can shake hands. Okay, Romeo, can you shake hands? There you go, good boy. He likes to shake hands to everybody, and he likes to look out the window when we drive.
Great job, Amy. That was fun seeing those pets. Now our next segment includes animals of the stuffed variety. The UCA Nursing Department held a teddy bear clinic for kindergarten and first grade students on January 31st. The kids brought their patients in for a checkup by student nurses who were there to help the children feel relaxed about real trips to the hospital. Alexis Roach assembled this story.
What's wrong with Honey? My hands hurt. I had to ride a lot. I had to ride a lot during my pregnancy. Belly ache.
Teddy Bear Clinic is designed to promote healthy wellness and also to help kids with anxiety or any type of fear that they may have with going to the ER or to a clinic or even getting around healthcare professionals.
So we're UCA nursing students and we're doing a teddy bear clinic with the kindergarten and first graders here at St. Joe. And what we do is we're going to have 4 different stations to kind of explain different aspects of healthcare and just get familiar with nurses and scrubs. So our first station is our x-ray station, and they are going to get to x-ray their teddy bears. And then on the iPad, they'll be able to see different scans and things like that and see what's wrong with their teddy bears. And then from here, they can go to an assessment station and they're going to learn a little bit about blood pressure and just the basics of what you do when you first walk into a doctor's office. There's also a flu shot station where they're going to learn just how getting a flu shot works and just different health promotion things like washing your hands, covering your coughs, things like that. And then our last station is their treatment station, and they're going to take their x-ray and they're going to go and get it bandaged and cast and just kind of play around with those types of things. And then they will go to discharge where they will get their teddy bear prescription and just kind of learn about what different medicines are and how to watch out for things like that.
Some of you may have seen interesting tricks done on your TV or at places like the Museum of Discovery with liquid nitrogen. Nitrogen is a gas that when frozen turns into a liquid, which can quickly freeze or shatter anything from flowers to tennis balls. Mr. Jim Bloat's chemistry students recently witnessed the safe way to conduct such experiments with the help all relative of this. David Green and I were there to document it all.
Okay, last week in chemistry class, I had my cousin Donnie Bloat, who works for Wellsco, which is an industrial gas company. He came in and brought us some liquid nitrogen. And you get liquid nitrogen by taking air, which is 80% nitrogen, and you compress it until it gets cold enough that the gases that are in the air go from the gas phase to the liquid phase. Now the temperature that happens is very, very cold. It's minus 300 Fahrenheit. And you get down there and you compress all of these gases into liquids. Then you allow certain gases to boil off until you have liquid nitrogen left. And it looks like water, it's clear, and it pours like water. But of course it's very, very cold. So what we did then is we took different things like balloons, racquetballs, a banana, some flowers, and we wanted to see what effect that very, very cold temperature would have on these substances. So what happens when you put something in liquid nitrogen is that it's so cold that it takes away all the kinetic energy, which is the particle movement energy. And for instance, you take a balloon, you put it in liquid nitrogen, and it looks like it's deflating, but it still has the same amount of air inside, but it loses all of its kinetic energy and the balloon becomes flat. And then you take it back out, and you lay it down on the counter, and it immediately warms right back up and returns to its original size. If you put a flower in liquid nitrogen and then you tap it on the table, it shatters like glass. Everybody got a kick out of that. If you take a racquetball and you put it in liquid nitrogen, you take it back out, it won't bounce, it shatters when it hits the floor. So it's pretty spectacular to see the effect that that extreme cold has on common everyday substances.
Science, math, and technology are wide open career fields. Representatives from those areas, as well as healthcare, business, public safety, and others, were on hand for our career fair on January 28th. Zach Royal created some highlights.
trying to think of something different for the kids to do. Previously, the juniors and seniors would job shadow, and it was getting a little bit harder to find people to shadow. So instead of us going out into the community, we decided to bring the community in.
9-year-old, we brought him in and we did an analysis to look at the spine, how it works, to see how youth baseball pitchers throw, if it leads to shoulder and elbow injuries.
Several people from the health sciences field, Dr. Julie Moe from UCA is coming to talk about nursing. Dr. Greg Hartman is coming with veterinary medicine. Steve Tucker with sports medicine. Stephanie Schreckenhofer with Realty. Rebecca Moyes, who's a merchant. Naples is sending someone. I thought it went really well, and our representatives who came in, our guests, were really excited about talking to students. They were impressed with our students and the questions that they asked. The students had a good time. The feedback was very positive.
A number of Catholics venerate or revere certain religious relics. These might include personal objects, clothing, manuscripts, or even the bones of saints. They're not venerated because the objects are expected to do anything for the beholder. They're simply used by God as occasions of grace and wonder to show His power and love. A sacred relics display was made available to our church last month, and editor Chloe Denton gives us a tour.
I had a meeting at the Vatican, and it was following that meeting where this idea started to come about and started to grow. And following that, that's when this ministry began. The first group of relics that was given to the ministry came directly from the Vatican. Following that, the ministry grew, and it grew in that it received relics from monasteries that had closed, religious communities that had saints that had been canonized, and they wanted to promote their saints. St. Joseph's relic, there are 3 relics of St. Joseph. The relic that is here is part of his pallium, part of his overcoat. And that was in the possession of the church from the earliest ages. Every soul that is in heaven is by definition a saint. And so studying the lives of the saints and encountering them in their relics gives us an experience of holiness. And that inspires us to want to become saints ourselves.
Our last story focuses on the accomplishments of a talented member of our high school band. Sophomore Eva Palmer plays clarinet and is among Arkansas's best. Out of the 126 musicians who recently auditioned for Arkansas's All-State Symphonic Band, Eva was chosen the 11th chair clarinet. John Smith and Lars Westmoreland prepared this profile.
I'm really proud of Eva and all she's accomplished this year. She was able to go to the Region 9 All-Region Band. She's in the first band. She's 3rd chair clarinet. That's the highest anyone has made in the senior band so far. And she also gets to go and try for Arkansas All-State in February.
Well, the first year I made all regions, it was really my first time playing with a huge band, and it's kind of a unique sound. So just hearing that sound that a whole band can make just kind of got me really excited to go further with music. And I also, after that, joined an orchestra outside of school. Qualified for all-region band, I had to play 2 major scales and a minor scale, a technical exercise, and 2 excerpts from our etudes that we practiced.
That's all for this episode. We hope that you enjoyed it. Until next time.
Stay connected!